Hey, what up, y'all? So let me jump into this. I'm going to teach you how to turn your introduction into an actual marketing tool. Because most people, when they give an introduction, it's just blah. It's like, hey, my name is, and here's what I do. There's nothing compelling. It doesn't work for you. And if you've followed me for any amount of time, you know that when I talk about branding, I talk about building a system to reach millions, to attract your ideal clients, to never chase another lead, and to dominate within your niche. And in order to do that, you've got to get these simple things down. Now, this is a framework and a strategy I've used for several years as a speaker when I first started as an entrepreneur, and now I've used it really anytime I introduce myself. And this is a great tactic. It's a ninja tactic, really, to attract people to you, to generate leads, especially if you're at a live event or you're networking, even if it's not your event. I've gone to events and gotten clients after the event because of how I introduce myself. Now, when you go to most networking events, whether you're a speaker, coach, consultant, marketer, whatever, at some point, depending on the type of event, you have the opportunity to introduce yourself. Or just in general, when you're networking, there are cocktails or special VIP dinner, whatever it is, you want to have this down. Now, it's been referred to as an elevator pitch. In the past, it's been referred to as your 15-second commercial. I like to keep it 5 seconds, if that, and I call it a BAM title, because just like your brand, when you introduce yourself, you don't want it to hit people like, oh, okay, cool, see you later. You want to hit people like, bam, I got to talk to this person. She's got value. I need to work with you. Because here's the secret that you need to know. When it comes to branding, your ideal clients, customers, business partners, those big opportunities are already looking for you. They're already out there for you. You just need to attract them with the right bait. Simplest way to do that in person is to use a BAM title. BAM! Say that with me. BAM! So this is what I'm going to teach you how to do, and this has made me multiple six figures, leading towards 7 here in the next 12 months, actually probably by the end of 2019, and it's gotten me on stages in front of 6,000 people as the keynote speaker. It's gotten me on stage with Les Brown as a keynote speaker. It's gotten me as a keynote speaker at one of Kevin Harrington's events. It's created business partnerships. It's created multiple business opportunities. Right now, I run my agency. I'm a partner in another agency for a very specific industry where me and my business partners are launching an e-commerce brand. Just a lot of really good things going on. Then I have my own things that I do with my personal brand. So all of that came from knowing how to introduce myself, because your introduction is not you just giving someone your name and what you do. Your introduction, it should be a lead magnet to attract the right people. So here's how it goes. Break it down like this. The simple framework for a BAM title is this. And here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm doing this in PowerPoint so you can see me typing it live. Plus, it just looks cooler. And I'm going to use this as the cover photo for this video. So it's a BAM title. Now, BAM stands for Brand. Oops. That stands for Brand Attraction Masterclass. Now, this is something that I teach within my Brand Attraction Masterclass, which is my high-ticket coaching program for expert entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, authors who want to learn how to attract bigger and better clients, bigger opportunities, stop chasing leads, and attract more money. This is just one key thing that I teach within that training. And it's a 6-week training. If you want to find out more, you can click the link in the description of this video, depending on where you're watching it. So here's how it goes. It goes, I'm, then you say your name, your BAM expert title, I'll explain that in a second, and I help ideal client avatar, you describe them so that they know you're talking to them, 2, unique volume results, what you help them do, and then you explain your process, your methodology, or your system. Now, this needs to be very simple. Do not make this wordy. The more here's a very simple principle. You've heard the old adage, less is more. Well, more is less. The flip side of that is that more is less. The more you talk, the less value you're giving. So be very clear. Unless you're doing a video like this or some training where you're really going in depth and explaining something, you should talk as little as possible. But even then, I have practiced becoming very concise. So there's not fluff. All right, so let's break this down. And I'll use myself. So now your name, very simple. My name is, then you say your name, then you say your profession, then you say your put my name, AJ Adams. Not AJ Dams, AJ Adams. Very simple and easy. Now, one thing about your name to keep in mind is if you have a complicated name, you may want to adapt it a little bit. So I heard an influencer who he's real big right now, did $10 million in the last 18 months, legit guy. He talked about this in one of his trainings, that he changed his name. Some of it can be for privacy reasons, but it needs to be clear and simple to say. AJ Adams, super simple. Couldn't be more easy. I don't use my real name. The AJ stands for the first two names within my full name, and then I don't even use my second middle name at all, because I want to keep it simple. If I told you my whole name, you'd look at me like, huh? Like a confused dog. So I don't want to do that. Now, I was also talking to a good friend of mine, and his name is Wydrate. Now, it's an African name. If you don't know how to pronounce it, you're going to mess it up. So what he did in the corporate world, he's got multiple degrees, very successful in the corporate world. He actually started using his middle name and his last name. So it was very easy to use, very simple, more palatable and digestible for his audience. Now, you have to think through this. Do you want a name that is unique? If you do, then it's got to be unique but not confusing. It can't be difficult to say. Because the more you have to explain something, the less your audience or the marketplace is willing to pay for it. More is less. More explanation, less money. Less explanation, more money. So think that through with your name. If you have a complicated name, or you want to protect your family, you don't want people looking you up or looking at family members on Facebook, then you can just use something simple like your first and middle name, and you'd be surprised. Perfect examples. Shania Twain, old country music star. That's not her real name. There's some kid, he was on Disney, Corbin Bleu. That's not his real name. A lot of actors and actresses don't use their own name. Ice Cube, obviously not his real name, but much more catchy as an MC. Who else? Curtis Jackson. You know him as 50 Cent. So you want to think through that. The next part is your BAM expert title. Now, BAM stands for Brand Attraction Masterclass. So I use that acronym a lot because it's easy to remember, and it's kind of a double entendre. I think that's the word, the phrase. BAM. You want it to hit. So your BAM expert title works this way. And I'll break the acronym down like this. And this is called intellectual property branding, or IP branding, something I also teach. This acronym BAM stands for Brand Attraction Masterclass, but in my public Facebook group, it stands for Brand Attraction Movement. In this context, it stands for bold claim, attractive branding, attractive aesthetic, attractive character. Keep it simple, attractive character. Bold claim, attractive character, and then the M stands for matching results. Meaning, you want to use a title that makes a big claim about who you are. I teach my students in my coaching program to do this, and I'll share with you what mine is. And then you want to want it to be attractive. You want to create an attractive character, and that is over the whole of your brand, but also in this simple BAM introduction. Let me fix that. Called the BAM intro. In this BAM intro, it's really a teaser. It's to create intrigue. It's like the trailer to the movie that is your personal brand. So my BAM expert title is the King of Brand Attraction. And then put the little TM on there, which you should trademark anytime you're using a title like that. And you want to research it, make sure that it's not taken, which I did, so I know that no one else is using the King of Brand Attraction. That is mine, and I'll even put quotes around it. So no one owns that, no one uses it, so therefore I can. Oops, let me fix that. I'm sitting here messing it up. Okay, all right, so the King of Brand Attraction. Now, that makes a bold claim. I think of it like Muhammad Ali. He would say, I am the greatest, before he'd even proven he was the greatest. And he got criticism for it, which you will. I got criticism today. Someone messaged on my cover photo, hey, brother, I wouldn't call yourself the King of Brand Attraction, if it isn't so. Well, who's to say it isn't so? I can say it is so. That's called branding. Lying would be to say I'm the #1 brand strategist in the world. I can't claim that because I can't prove that. So your bold claim has to be something you can prove, which is what the M, matching results, stands for. So I say that I'm the King of Brand Attraction. Well, I've leveraged my personal brand to attract high-paying celebrity clients celebrities who are on the TV shows, Fortune 500 CEOs. I had one of my clients in the past was $100 million lifestyle brand. And all that came from my personal brand, being attractive to those people. And then someone is attracted to me because of my personal brand. They refer a client, they make a connection, they put me in touch with someone. But it all stems from personal branding. That's made me multiple six figures, heading towards 7 very soon here. And that's opened up huge opportunities. And I've through my personal brand, have stacked the deck with lots of long-term growth that I'm building now. I've planted a lot of seeds. And even if only 80% of those seeds don't grow, they fail, the 20% is what's going to build my wealth as an entrepreneur and my positioning and all of that. So I can claim to be the king of brand attraction because of my track record, because I have the M, matching results. I've helped my clients leverage speaking opportunities to add $750,000, $750,000 to their business within within 11 months of working with me after just 1 hour of coaching and a few strategies. So the results match the bold claim. And that bold claim is attractive. Well, you're the king. Why are you the king? It makes someone want to inquire, whether they're a hater, whether they're skeptical, or whether they think, okay, I believe that. Whatever the case, it works. And then the next section. And I help... Excuse me, these allergies are getting me. Arizona weather is crazy. Trees are blooming and it's just all up into the air. Never mind, you don't care about that. So, next section, and I help, and then you do ideal client avatar. Now, here's where it's really important, because you can say who you are. Your name is not that interesting unless you have some kind of cool name. And then you say your BAM title. So that's where you want to hit them. Like, bam! You want them to perk up and think, wait, who are you? What are you claiming? Okay, well, what are your results? Now you've got them intrigued. Controversy creates intrigue. Something clever creates intrigue. And then from there, you have to describe who you help because, again, your ideal clients, those partnerships, those business opportunities, they're already out there for you and looking for you. So when you say this phrase, you want the right people to perk up. It's like going into the mall and screaming, "Hey, John." You already know that John is the most common name in America, so there's someone in there named John, or you can do Brian, or you can do Tiffany, or whatever. You know that there's someone amongst those thousands of people in the mall that has that name. And if you say the name that resonates with them, you're going to attract their attention specifically. Other people will look by default. Most people will ignore. So this is the same concept. You're going to say, I help, and then you're going to describe them. Because one of the 4 key questions they're asking, and this whole BAM intro is based on those 4 key questions. Who are you? What do you do, or what do you stand for? And the third one is, who do you serve? That's this part. This part is, who do you serve? So my ideal client is expert entrepreneurs who are frustrated with their branding. Or I can say who are sick of chasing clients, or I can say who are frustrated with the lack of business growth. I can adapt that part based on the context. So if it's a room full of speakers versus a room full of potential business partners, I'll change it to adapt to that. Now, it's always within my brand, but you can change and adapt it. That's the beauty of having a framework like this. You can adapt it on the fly, or you can have different versions of it, but you want to keep things consistent. Don't keep changing your BAM title. That should be the same all the time. Your name, same all the time, obviously. I shouldn't even have to say that, but someone is going to need to hear that. So I help expert entrepreneurs who are frustrated with their personal brand. So anyone in the audience who is frustrated with their personal brand. I had a consultation call with someone yesterday. I know I've got value. I know I have an audience, but I don't know how to put it all together in a way that makes sense. I don't know how to monetize it. I don't know how to do X, Y, Z. So when I say this, people like that person are going to perk up. It's like saying John, and all the Johns are going to perk up. So I say specifically who they are. And again, you can adapt that. And what do I help them to do? Now this part has to speak to the unique value and results I deliver, but that unique value and results is based on what I know they want and need. It's their desired results. I teach something called the passion, problem, pain trifecta. The 3P trifecta, excuse me. And basically, it's a diagram. You think of circle, 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 where they're all connected, and in the middle is what you're speaking to. That's your attractive magnetic messaging. So I know that my ideal clients want to, and here I'll just type it out for you. You can see how it works. They want to attract better clients. They want to open up bigger opportunities and want to make more money. And I'll say just attract more money. Keep it simple. Less is more is less. I know that covers the gamut of their concerns, their passion, their pain, their problems. They know they've got value to offer, but they're frustrated with their personal brand, and they want their personal brand to attract better clients because maybe the clients they're working with are low ticket and they want high ticket. Maybe their clients are frustrating to work with. They're not fully committed. They want bigger opportunities, speaking engagements, book deals, connections, networking, and ultimately they want to make more money, and which helps them make a greater impact. So I make sure to state that part because, again, now that I've said their name and attracted them by speaking to who they are, now they're paying attention. Now I have to tell them that I can give them what they need, because that fourth question, what unique value and results you deliver, of the 4 key questions that that your target client marketplace is asking, that fourth question is what unique value and results do you deliver? Translated, can you give me what I desire most? That's what it's really about. So we state that there, and then finally, it's not enough to tell them, we're taking them levels deeper. Said who we are, okay, whatever. Then we've made our big claim about our attractive character, the king of brand attraction, and matching results. Now they're intrigued, now they're skeptical, whatever the case, they're paying attention. Then we take them even deeper and we say, I help people like you. And then once we've attracted them, we've told them, I help you. Now they're really leaning in. Now we have to give them the how. Okay, you can help me, but how? Because lots of people said they can help me, but they didn't. So we say, how can we help them? And here's how I say it. By getting crystal clear, because again, their frustration is with their brand. It's not clear. I'm speaking to that again. By getting crystal clear on, and here's the key. Here's those 4 key questions. Who they are, what they stand for. And I say stand for because it's more compelling and more, there's more oomph to it. It's a deeper level than what they do. What they stand for, who, oh, my computer's trying to autosave, which is perfect right in the middle of the video. Who they serve, and the unique value they deliver. And I can say the unique results they deliver, but value is more, it's more general, and it speaks to whatever you're giving. Because if I say results, but I don't say value, well, they may be someone who has expertise, but they don't necessarily have results. Maybe they've worked in corporate America, or they don't think they have results. So I say value because that speaks to someone who, even if they don't realize they have results, they know they have value. Because they could be a newbie. They could be someone who is becoming a new speaker who worked in corporate America or has a great story. They know they have value, but they've never spoken on stage. They've never gotten the results they think their clients are looking for. So saying value and cutting out the results part leaves it broad enough to capture everyone that I'm trying to capture, but it's specific enough that it's clear. So there you go. So my BAM intro is, if I'm to introduce myself, I would say, hey, I'm AJ Adams, the king of brand attraction, and I help expert entrepreneurs who are frustrated with their personal brands to attract better clients, bigger opportunities, and more money by getting crystal clear on who they are, what they stand for, who they serve, and the unique value and results they deliver. By saying that, I've given my target clients, my target prospects, those people looking for me, I've given them everything they need to essentially tell them, come find me afterward or on the next break and let's work together. And it's worked. I've gotten clients from it. I've gone to events held by speaker trainers, and I've gotten clients from there. Now, I'm not there to take anything away, but I'm always on brand. I'm always marketing. So there you go. That is how you create a BAM intro. Create your BAM intro. Use this framework. Take a screenshot of it. Whatever you have to do. and create yours. Start using it. Every event you go to, get it very clear. Keep the words minimal. Don't get too complicated. If there's too many commas, you're getting complicated. And if you need help, make sure you click the link attached to this video. Go to brandattractionmasterclass.com and get a free training that I created where I talk about this and more to help you take your personal brand to the next level so that you can attract better clients, bigger opportunities, and more money by getting crystal clear on who you are, what you do, or what you stand for, who you serve, and the unique value and results that you deliver. See how I work that in there? Use it every single time. All right, I'm AJ Adams, King of Brand Attraction. Let's connect and see how I can help you. Click the link. That's it. We're done. Hope that helps you.